Hello, dear travelers, and welcome back to episode 12 of Travelcast. Today, I'm excited to introduce you our guest, Guillaume Lusage. Guillaume is an avid traveler, one life enthusiast, and the founder of the Gulu app, a tool designed to enhance the travel experience for adventurers like himself. Guillaume, thank you for joining us today. Can you start by telling us a bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, thank you very much, Hugo, for inviting me here in your podcast. I'm really happy to be here. Um, what to say in just 1 minute? It's not easy to do that exercise, but yeah, I'm Guillaume. I love adventures. I love to meet people, and I love to try to think to new projects. So I'm like they call it serial entrepreneurs, but it's more like I love to create a lot of things. And now in my life, I focus on three main things: meet new people, travel a new place, and do entrepreneurship projects. So this is kind of my life now. So I have a lot of projects about a new trip and new way to meet new people.
Nice, nice, nice. Man, when I met you, it was like what, 2 years ago or something.
You think
And
that much?
yeah, like when I was checking, research,
Yeah.
it was 2 years then already.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember your stories, and like I don't know how it changed much for these 2 years, but I remember you and your girlfriend was traveling by the van, and I would like to
Yeah.
open this topic first. And
Yeah.
yeah, can you like tell me what drew you in the van life, and like in general, can you share the story of your
Yeah.
first van trip, and what made you to fall in love with this way of traveling in general?
Yeah. The story, like, I will start little before. It's before the van. Me and my girlfriend was two solo traveler.
Mm-hmm.
So we love to just travel somewhere with the backpack and everything. So we did some trips like that when we were together. And after that, we think like maybe it could be a good idea to try with the camper van to have our own house and to be able to travel in all the country and everything. So when we were, the true story, it's we were blocked in the lockdown in Nepal because of the COVID in 2021. And we said maybe it could be a good idea to buy a camper van and to go to Switzerland, to work there, to earn some money and see what happened after. So this is the story. It's where when it starts, and and we did it for real. So we bought the van on France, and after we did all the way, like, I come from the south of France. The name of the city is Toulouse, and the idea it was to go to Switzerland to work there on the winter. But because we love that much meet new people and going to new adventure, all the way it was 7 months to go to France to Switzerland. And if you are good in geography, it's just like 500 kilometers. So we do all the way around France. We meet a lot of different people, and so it was our first trip in the van. But it was so nice to be free. Like, you just go on the road. You don't care where you sleep. You don't care where you end. You have everything with you. You have the kitchen. You have the bed. You have everything. So for us, it's really like our apartment, but we are changing city whenever we want.
Well, like this is sweet. This is very sweet, and yeah, like I like the flexibility what one gives you. As you said, like you don't really care about many things. You have your apartment with you,
Yeah.
and well, maybe you can give some like some practical tips and like essential preparation that like people who would like to get into one, what they should be aware before they start in this.
Yeah, the first thing really important is to know what you need. So with that, you will be able to know what size of camper van you can have. Because like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people ask to us, yeah, maybe like there is different size. So there is the tiny van, like the
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen, the basic. This one is nice if you want to do big trip, go to highway, cross the country in one day and stuff like that. That kind of van is better if you just go traveling for the weekend or stuff like that. That van is nice. After there is I don't know how to say in English, but it's like fourgon in French. We say like, the big white from like where you can be stand on the van.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is better, but it's still a little bit expensive. But if you have more money, and it's nice also. But us, we have a camping car, and we buy it for only 4,000 euros in France, so it's really not expensive. And we have everything on it. We have the bedroom, we have the shower, the kitchen, everything is inside, but it's not that big. It's not the new camping car at 50,000 euros. It's not that kind of
Right,
camping
right.
car. The old one, I said the old one is always better, but everyone follow his own philosophy. But yeah, it's really nice. Like on our camper, we have everything to be happy in life. I think I can say like that. And we have like solar panel, a small solar panel we fix on the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and we collect water on a free spot all around France. So we are totally autonomous, and we just need some petrol, and after we can go wherever we want. So that's really nice. So an advice is to first think about what kind of stuff we need to be happy in life. And
Mm-hmm.
for us, it's just a table and a roof and a shower and toilet, stuff like that. And after you think, okay, how I can implement that on my travel partner. So if it's a camper, you can say, okay, I need to be stand, I need to be able to go to the toilet, I need to be less than 5 meters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important is to experience, and that I think I will repeat it a lot on all the podcast, but I can give you all advice I want, but if you don't try yourself and you don't experience that, it's
Mm-hmm.
really hard to know if it's a fit with you or not, this kind of travel.
Interesting, interesting. Like, and actually, I think I pronounce it like one life, like experience, but like, yeah, you have more like a camper. It's actually good, note for me. And, but for me, it's still, like still the same category. I know maybe people like, uh, might demand on me that I pronounce it correct. No, man, this is camper, this is house on the wheels or something. But
Mm.
still it's from the same category that you have a car what is moving, and like, yeah, and you live there. And well, I wanted to ask you, which part you mentioned about solar panels. And is it enough for you to produce electricity, all you need? Maybe you don't need even much, I don't know, but like in
Yeah,
general, like
it's
light
like,
or like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, when you live in camper van, naturally you are like in a minimalist mindset,
Mm-hmm,
like it's enough for us, and we have only 200 watts of solar panel. That is
mm-hmm,
really small, and but the needs we have, it's only to recharge our phone, recharge the laptop, and we have a little water pump, but
mm-hmm.
it's really like nothing. And after that, that's it, because we have the gas for the kitchen and
Okay,
for the heater. So we don't really need that much of electricity. So it's recharging and lights, and lights you had like LED lights,
right.
so it's like nothing also. So we don't need that much of energy. You just have like a battery, another battery, like exactly like the battery of your car, but you put it inside your van, and
Mm-hmm.
after you connect the solar panel, and it's so easy to do. Like the solar panel is just really light. You put glue on it, you glue it on the roof. You
Mm-hmm.
have one cable, you put it on the battery, and that's it. You are autonomous. Like when I realized that, I was like, wow, how it
That's
can be
it.
that easy. Like
Well,
I
but
want power, I put the cable on the bank power, and it's okay. Okay, let's do it like that.
but do you collect the electricity? Like if it's like some extra, these batteries,
Yeah,
okay, nice. And what about the heating? You mentioned like how do you heat the van if needed? Like with electricity from these solar panels or some other way?
no, it's with the gas, and it's really nice because we buy the camper van 3 years ago, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a really old one, like from the 80s, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
more than 30 years. But the woman who sell the camper say to us, yeah, I never tried the heater, so I don't know if it's working.
Uh-huh.
And we try, and poof, it was working. So we just click on the button. 30 years after, it was working with the new age.
Wow, sweet, sweet,
So
sweet.
yeah,
Um, as you said, yeah, like all this working, yeah. Then all doesn't matter. Yeah. I see,
so
I
yeah,
see.
living in the camper can be easy life.
Hmm.
It's just a question of mindset.
You know, man, I know that like this van life and camper life in general, it's often romanticized, but you know, it comes with like pretty much a lot of challenges, especially you as like when you're with partner and like in the same small place, let's say for a long time, and in general,
Yeah.
or like in general, like even technical, yeah, not like not necessarily between people. So, what are some of the biggest like obstacles you have faced while traveling, like with the van, and like how in general did you overcome them?
Like what is the hardest thing we experience on the camper?
Right, like kind of what kind of challenges, what kind of things you had during your trips.
Um, we had a lot of different kind of difficulties. It can be mechanical. Like for example, when we cross the Pyrenees, so it's the big mountain in south of France, the brake was not working anymore. So to be able to stop the car, I needed to pump the the thing. I don't know how to say in English, but I need to pump the brake. And after it was just stopping little bit the car, and that in the middle of the mountain, it was really powerful. But we took the time to do it like safely, because that was our more like that was the thing really important in that trip that
Hmm.
learned a lot of things to us. It's like we had the time, so nothing is really important. Like it's really how to say nothing will change all the trip, because you have time to solve problems. So
Hmm.
every time when we have a problem, we do like that. Okay, how to solve it? We can do it now. Okay, we need to wait 5 days. Okay, it's okay. So we will find solution like that. So when we had the problem with the brake, we stopped in Spain, and after we had to go back to France to find the little thing to change on the brake and everything. So it took like 1 week, but it was okay because we met some people on the way and stuff like that.
Mm, interesting. Well, so yeah, it's actually a good approach what you said. Um, when you analyze, hey, like, can we fix it now or later? How much time we have? Very, very, very interesting. Yeah. So, and usually, as you mentioned, and as I understand from your words, that you don't really, you're not really in the rush, right? Like when you travel by van, you're not, uh, into some schedule, I guess. So you're more
Yeah,
like chilly, and so it also helps, I believe, when you have
yeah,
some stress, because usually time is one of the reason to travelers to stress out in any situation, unusual situation, or like some schedule or some plane or something else, something here, something there. Yeah, and you kind of interesting. It's actually interesting also approach. Another pros to the one, you know. Yeah, and partner wise, like because you're pretty much 24/7 under, I don't know, 10, I don't know how many square meters, let me don't say it, but pretty much like anyway it's tense and you're always with your partner. Like, have you ever faced some difficulties? If so, how did you overcome them? Just, yeah, also always interesting for me this part, you know, like human, difficulties, human relation difficulties.
yeah, yeah. It was really interesting, but it's part of our relationship with Juan. Like we really start like that because the story it's we met in camping in France. We were
Hmm.
walking together and stuff like that, and after walking and be friend and everything, we met because uh, her friend from her apartment was positive of COVID. So we did lockdown together in the little caravan in the in the camping. So we start our story like that. So after 1 year going in the camper van, it was easier and like we do like the after 3 months of relationship, we have been to Naples. So we traveled together like when you travel with someone,
Hmm.
you know him in like in all the details. So we were really close even before the camper, and after living with the camper, it's really challenging. But I think it's really good challenge, and if it's complete well, it's a good sign.
Man, really agree with this. Just like
And
another, yeah, yeah, go on, go
and
on.
the funny thing is, if I can advise something, it's try to be kind with your partner
Mm.
when it's raining outside because it's really like when it's raining outside and you're like not agree and going hungry and stuff like that, you need to fix it really quick because like it's like you say the square meter we don't really care, but it's more like there is only one room. So when you are not agree, we can just like turn around, but it's not really working like that. So it's really nice to solve problems and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes we are where there is some problems and someone go to the room and the other one stay down, but it's not for a long time, you know.
Hmm. Well, and what about, yeah, because you also say it's like one space that you're under. How about this question? I don't know if you have such, but like about the private space and like some, let's say, me time. Like, have you ever faced such? If so, again, how to have this time? Because you know we are still human beings. We are still pretty much individual being, and sometimes maybe I don't know how it works with you, but personally with me, like sometimes I would like to have my time, some private time. It's not necessary a reason. It's absolutely not reason of partner, but just because me, I just wanna like maybe chill, maybe just be by myself around, energetically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, how is this part? How to
Me,
deal
I
with
love
this?
to
Yeah.
when I need my time. I love to go running, and
Okay.
Juan don't do running, so I'm alone. So that was really nice to do when we were traveling in camper van because you running is nice and running in new landscape every time. It's also really good experience. So
Hmm.
running was one of my escape, and also like even like we were walking together on the same table, but when you are on your thing and everything, it's like you are alone. So sometimes we say Yeah, it's not that true. We never said like I need to be alone for 1 hours, but it's like natural
Hmm.
when like I didn't feel that much the needs to be alone because I think it was smooth, you know,
Right, right. Got it, got it.
not that much, not too much in I think the key is to be like okay with yourself and don't go too much on the zone of your partner, but you need to feel it how it's going. I
Hmm.
don't think there
Hmm.
is a rules for everyone.
Man, interesting. Do you have any cool stories, like memorable stories or experiences, like while living or traveling with the camper?
With the camper,
Right.
I have so many. One cool experience we had. I will try to explain it better, the best as I can in English. We
Sure,
were
sure.
in Brittany. It's in east west of France. It's really cool place. Like it's look like a really another country with other people. Everyone is really sweet and really welcome whenever you go somewhere. The specialty is crepes and there is boat everywhere. The sea is beautiful. Like I really advise people to go at that place. It's really nice, but we never been with Rowan and I. So we decided to go to stay there for the winter because it's never snowy. It's never -0. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really the good place to go with the camper van. So we have been there and we had a little problem with our shower. So there was flooding and we need to change all the thing on the shower. And when we start to repair, we realize that we need little piece of wood to fix something. So we checked on internet where to find this piece of wood, and we say we find a place in the little town, and we go at that place. It's like a garbage place where you can collect kind of thing. So we go at this place, and when we arrived, we were just in the center of basic town, and there was no garbage place at all. Like I don't know how we ended there, but there was one old guy. So we stopped him and we say, yeah, well, yeah, we want to have a little piece of wood. We are here. We don't know why and everything. And he said to us, okay, I'm living here. You know what? I will check in my garage if I have that piece of wood. We can meet up in 1 hour in that coffee. I will be here. So we say okay. So we park the camper. We went into the cafe and everything. We met the guy. He have the piece of wood. And we said, okay, thank you. We will try to do it. And he said, you know what? I go with two other friends in the other coffee for the lunch. If you want, you can come with me. So we have been with him and we stayed with his friends for 2 months. And that was crazy because it was all like, I don't know how to say, but it was a group of old people
Mm-hmm.
and there was all really welcome because like they don't have family but they have a lot of story to share, and
Mm-hmm.
we were there to listen story of people. So we have been like 2 months hosting everywhere. We like there was fishermen who offer us lobster from the sea. We create how to say a car loop for all the car in the little town of Brittany. We did like a lot of crazy experience in that place, and everything was just like free. And the exchange was really nice because we give time and listening, and they give us stories and a good experience. And like that experience was so strong and so powerful. Love it to go back on that memories.
Man, that's interesting. And yeah, like I like this kind of stories when older people involved, because it's like it's kind of, I don't know, more unique. You feel it kind of, I don't know, like the people really live life, and because like as young people, maybe sometimes we think like, hey, I know like what you can teach me in life, like, oh, you're different, you all. But when you meet these people and like then they show you or tell you the stories or something, you're like, oh man, the people have amazing life, and people have in a lot of stories, and you are not different than them, kind of just age wise, but as a human being experience, they also had like most probably much more than you, and like
Yeah,
they might look old and humble outside, but they have wild stories usually.
yeah, really.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Super cool. Happy to hear that. Yeah. Wow. You know what, Gulu? Let's just like super fast. Wanted to ask a practical question about the camper life, and how much it like cost like monthly, I don't know, to have such a life. Maybe I believe listeners will have this question, so, and
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. For us, it's really, really cheap. But what is interesting in that question, it's to know what you need
Hmm.
and to fix your life with that. Like for us, for example, we start with the camper with no income, with no money, and only some saved money, but not that much. So it was funny to think like that. Like before working, we first starting to think how much money we need to be happy. That was the first question. So we tried to be happy with the less money. And when we were traveling in that trip, it was like the cost was around 500 euros by month because our like as I said at the beginning, we have only one thing to pay. It's the gas. It's the petrol. So we pay 120 euros for 500 kilometers. So that is the biggest thing. And after you have the food, and the food we don't love crazy stuff to eat. So we eat simple like pasta, vegetables, and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So we have like I don't remember how much, but it's less than 100 euros of food for a month.
Hmm.
And after the petrol, it's depend of how many kilometers we do on the month on the month. But it's like maybe not more than 1,000 a month. So
Hmm.
it's like 200 for the petrol and 100 for the food. And after you have some other stuff. But you know when you are like it's what I love when we are traveling. We don't really need to have a lot of extra money activities and everything because we are like loving every time seeing landscape. And so it's depend of what activity you like in your life. But if you want to live really simple, it's easier with camper van.
Hmm. So, and like, I know that since like those times and like pretty much prices rise up and everything. And nowadays, let's say this year, or like, do you feel any changes that has got up, or like still the same or less amount?
It's little bit up, but when you have only like it's like the price when it go high, it's really hard when you have a house and you have a lot of different things to pay.
Hmm. Hmm.
But when you have just a little bit of thing, it's not changing everything. Like, for
Hmm.
example, when we were traveling in the camper, it was exactly at the moment where the petrol go high as like crazy, like more than like it was really really expensive. I don't know how is it in Poland, but in France it's like more than 2 euros a liter, so it's really like expensive. But still, when you do the full tank, if it's 100 euros or 120, it's okay. It's not that's important.
I
So
see, I see.
yeah, I think it's depend of what is your habits of life and how you consume things. But
Yeah, totally,
the
totally.
the van life, it's really nice to
Mm.
go back to the simple thing of life.
And this price, what you say, is it for one person or for two people?
It's more for two people. 500
Okay,
euros. It was for two people. So it
man.
was really,
Oh.
really cheap. Really cheap.
Tempting, tempting.
But after it's depend of what car you have and what activity you
Definitely, yeah.
do and stuff like that. But if you want really simple life, it's like that. And
I
after,
see.
if you buy some beers and stuff, it can be okay.
Cool. Man,
But
thank you,
like
thank you.
the one thing like we used to do, it's we didn't have a fridge on our camper, so it's only like the food. It's not it's only simple food, dry and stuff like that.
Or like
So
fresh, like from supermarket, like right away,
yeah,
kind of, yeah. I see. Man, I would like to move to another topic, and the topic is another your activity is the Gulu app, and I would like you to tell more about it. What is it about? And in general, how did you come up with this idea? Because I know that this application is for travelers and from traveler. So yeah,
yeah. Gulu app is a big part of my life, and it's meaning a lot for me. And so I don't know how to start this time, but the thing of Gulu is to change our way to connect with people and to stay connect with them. The idea is coming from like me, you love traveling and you love to meet people and what is special when you go to travel? It's not really the landscape, it's the people you met there. And like we have all a lot of stories like, man, I was somewhere and I met this guy. It was incredible. We shared a lot of stories and everything. So this is the thing who create like unforgettable moments and stuff like that. So me, I was traveling as a solo backpackers and I met a lot of different good people everywhere. And after I realized that it was really hard to stay in contact with friends because like me and Igor and I, for
right.
example, we met. I know we had a really good relationship and everything, but I don't really know when I will see you again. And I think that is the most important thing to um, to 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 be able to judge a good relationship. It's to be able to see you again. So the idea is to find a tool to do that. So you have your friend, you met him, you take a selfie. So you have a photo with your friend, with the face, with the place you met and everything. And after you have a map where you can see directly in which city your friends are. Because I think to have a good relationship with your friends, you don't need to have some news, to have some photos, to know what he's doing now. You just need to know if he's nearby you. So that is the main thing of Gulu. It's a map where you can see if a friend is nearby.
So, and is it like lively sharing this location, and then you can see, right? Like
Yeah,
when you travel, then like, hey, who may be somebody I know in the city right now, and you don't see
the
it
the
from,
idea the
yeah.
idea is when it's the like if I'm travel somewhere, I put it on the app where I am. the idea, it's not to follow your friend, it's to see where you are, if there is someone nearby. So it's not like following your exact location. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the city, like Gulu put you on the city nearby your place, and it can be automatic, or you can decide like, yeah, I want to be placed on that city, like you are really free to be wherever
Mm-hmm.
you are. And it's really important for us to don't follow like all movement of people and stuff like that. So the how it's work, it's you are like, for example, you are going to Paris, you open your map and you can see which friends are in Paris. So it can be someone who live in Paris, and it could be someone who are just traveling in Paris. So for example, you are going in Paris, you can see Pedro. You don't remember who is Pedro because you met so many friends. So you click on the profile of Pedro, and here you can see the selfie you took with Pedro. And it was like 10 years before, when you were traveling in South Africa, and you see the little picture of the hostel where you met that guy, and you say, oh, maybe it's going to be amazing to meet him. And you text him directly on the app, and that's the magic happen.
Nice, nice. So, the main features is, yeah, the location-wise selfie, and you can also do a chat there, right?
Yeah, and like there is the location thing, like approximate location. There is the chat, and the more important thing is the selfie to add someone. So to add someone on Gulu, you need to meet him on real life to take a selfie, and to tag him the selfie to send a friend request.
Mm-hmm. Interesting, man. Interesting.
That
And
that is that is the thing.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and how it's going, your development on this application? Like since when you launched it, and how it all goes so far?
That was a crazy adventures because I'm not a developer, but
Mm-hmm.
I finally did it to launch it live. So it take 2 years to be able to go to develop it in like just the first version. So I worked with some friend I met during travel. So I've been traveling in India for 1 year. So I developed that app with some Indian friends. We worked together for 2 years, and after they quit the project because there were other projects, and they don't have time anymore. So I needed to find an other developer. So I found it here in France, in Toulouse. So he helped me to launch it. We worked together for 3 months, and now we are like in a in a out period where like I don't have that much of time to continue like full time on the app. And the bad thing is I don't have a developer with me. So when like I think in 1 or 2 months, when I'm ready to go on the Gulu adventure, to go back on the Gulu adventure, I will like go in all social network and put advertisement like, hey guys, I searching for a travelers developer who wants to launch project with me. And this is the thing I need now, because like I'm not a developer, and I don't want to be a developer, because it's a lot of stuff and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of work. And me, what I love, it's to meet people. It's all the commercial thing, but in a good way, like meet people and sell stuff, do events and stuff like that. So that is my part. So now I'm searching for the other part of my project.
Man, actually, it's interesting topic you touch, yeah. Let's say the tech and like the traveling, yeah. So and like as someone who has combined this like passion for travel with technology, how do you see the role of technology involved in their like travel life in general? Do you think it's like giving the travel experience, making the travel experience better, or like it's something take from us?
I think I love it, the technology, when we have the choice. Because when you can choose to use it or not, it's amazing because you have like, you can upgrade or not. I love to be simple on my travel, like, no technology, no phone, just go anywhere to be lost on the nature and everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I love also to be able to just open the GPS and go wherever you want. Like, for example, when we travel in camper van, we are cheating every time. We are using app where we can see where we can stay for the night because like
Mm-hmm.
we don't want to like we really don't care to be in the perfect Instagram place to do the best picture and stuff like that. So that is not our way of traveling because still we have time and we do that every time of your life. So it's not like we need to do the perfect picture of the perfect weekend and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we really love to use app like the really famous one is Park for Night and we use that. So we don't need to think like where to stay if we borrow someone if the police can come and all that stress thought we don't need to have. So thank you the technology for that. And but I think it's always meaning of balance also like as I said, all the Instagram feed and everything, all the addiction of social network and all that stuff, it's not that good for traveling because a lot of time I felt like not good to be like in a amazing place whenever it can be in France or in Europe or all over the world. And you know, you are scrolling in your phone and not in the right moment and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So I think that is the limits of our technology. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think if you take care of what you want and what to do and yeah, to be able to balance yourself on that, it's really interesting to have our new technology. And it's why I try to do with Gulu to use it in the good way, in a
Mm-hmm.
simple and good way. And it's why, like for example, the Gulu, it's our first social network without feed. So there is no
Mm-hmm.
addiction, there is no stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
this is what I try to do in my life
Mm-hmm.
to find the balance, use the good thing, not too much the bad thing, and find
Yeah,
the balance. So.
and yes, also would like to touch, like maybe go a little bit deeper in this, like balancing online and offline. Like in general, because again, you need to develop the app, right? You also need to, like as you said, sometimes use some tools like for here there. And how do you balance in general, like to the use of technology, like and with this with your desire to stay present and enjoy the simplicity of life?
How I do, I don't know exactly, but when you say everything, like yeah, I also thought about one really important thing of technology. It's to be able to work remotely and to work during traveling and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
without that technology, it was not possible to have, like, no, everything is possible, but I think it's really hard to develop an app with an Indian team when you are not using technology.
All right.
So yeah, the thing like in my lifestyle, I try to use technology and to be in I don't know if it's possible to say in English, like to be in consciousness of using technology. Okay, so now I use my laptop for 2 hours, so maybe I need to go outside, or I did like if I'm using my phone now, if it's really because I need it or it's habits or stuff like that. So I try to analyze a lot of thing I do, and to be able to don't go too much deep on my consumption, you know.
Interesting. Make me think. Yeah, because I also kind of try to do the same, but like the same. I totally value
Yeah.
there what technology
One, one,
gives
one,
us. Yeah, go
one
on.
big thing I did, I don't know if it's really the subject, but one big thing I did since 3 months, something like that. It's I cut all, I put off all of the notification from
Mm-hmm.
everything, like mail, WhatsApp, Facebook, social network, everything is shut off.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no notification on all my phone. So when you at the beginning of the podcast you say, yeah, put all your notification off, I was like, yeah, it's okay.
It's already there. Yeah, same for me,
Normally
being
it's not.
honest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also turn it off, and I found like only for, let's say, parents and stuff, it's on.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all others.
Yeah.
I see,
And
I see.
like if you want to call me on my phone number or if you want to text me, I will have the notification, and all the other stuff. It's just like I want to be able to go to check when I need and not as a reflex.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
sometimes it's not working. Like you just open your phone and you go on Instagram and you're like, oh, why I'm here?
Man, I also would like to open to hear a little bit of your story from Vietnam. I know that you did some like
Yeah.
yeah motorbike, let's say,
Yeah, we did.
trip.
Yeah.
How was that?
This was amazing because like I had the opportunity to travel a lot with my school because it was like when I was studying business school in France, they give us sometimes to experience life. They didn't present it like that, but it's how I felt,
Mm-hmm,
I feel it. So in my first year, they said you have 2 months to learn English and you can go whenever you want, wherever you want, but you need to find yourself. You need to do all yourself, all by yourself. So the first 2 months, I did the 2 months trip in Ireland, and I was working in a young hostel, and there I learned English. That was amazing experience. And just after that, they said to us, you need to go to do human curity wherever you want for 3 months. So there, I decided to go to Vietnam, and I've been there with two friends of I, and that was amazing experience. And we were English teacher for children for 3 months, and that was one of a really really special experience. And we were staying in a big house in Hanoi, in north of Vietnam, and the house was, like I don't know, four floors, I think, something like that. And the two last floor was only for foreigner who come here to teach English. So we were like, I don't know, 10 or 15 people living together and teaching the class the morning and doing party the evening, like really really good atmosphere. And our work was to we rent a motorbike for 3 months. We have the motorbike and we went to the tiny village all around Vietnam to teach English to children, and it was like really really interesting. And the thing is, when I've been there, my English was really bad. So the guy of the NGO, he have to lie to my school in France to say like I was he will come to help poor people in the street or stuff like that. So it was really like not the truth. So when I did my first English class. It was really powerful, like to be alone with 30 children speaking only Vietnamese. And you're like, okay, let's try it. Open the book and say, okay, let's try to learn the color and stuff like that. But it was, it was so nice to be with them because they're like no judging, really smiling every time and happy to be here. So we play game all the day, and so it was really nice. And I learned English while teaching. That was nice. And to answer at your question, when we were there, so we were there for 3 months, and we took 1 month of holidays, and with one my best friend, we took a plane to Ho Chi Minh in south of France, of Vietnam, and there we bought a motorbike, one for me, one for my friends, $200. And the goal there is to buy it $200 to do all the trip and buy it back $200. So that's crazy trip. I really advise to do it because the landscape are nice. The people from Vietnam are just super chill and want to help you every time. Like you cannot you cannot drive all the day because there is people who stop you just to talk with you, to invite you at their house and stuff like that. So it's amazing. And we had so many problems, but it's not problems, it's opportunity to meet people, you know. It's stuff like that. So we had like how to say when the car is empty and you are just walking in the street. So I had that for 19 times. I break all the tires.
Uh-huh.
Two time each. I lost, the how to say, the axe of the wheel. So this just put off, and I lost my back wheel. I had hole on the tank, so I lost all the gas. So yeah, lot of crazy story, but they do a thing when you are just stop uh, in the road. Like you have to know in Vietnam, it's like 80% of the people are in motorbike or scooter or stuff like that. So there is a lot of people who repair uh, that kind of motor and stuff like that. So it's not easy to find a place because there is garage everywhere. And also people always try to help you and they carry you to the next place. And so really nice to do like that. And our motorbike, it was like to understand, we did all Vietnam in only 11 days. So it was really intense. My motorbike was okay, but my friend, he have only the first and the fourth gear. We did mountains, we did beach, we did everything. It was end of August. So in end of August in Vietnam, it's famous because it's the raining season. So we had like huracan with like 100 kilometers wind. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
And also, yeah, at the end, I did it. I said it for 200 euros, but my friend, he find a garage and he made it to sell it 20 euros.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was big trip.
Wow, it's interesting. It seems that you guys went through a lot of things,
Yeah,
but good
and
that everything is good.
yeah, and the max speed of the motorbike was 60 kilometers.
Uh-huh.
And we at the end, because we needed to come back to the Hanoi to teach English and stuff like, and all that thing. So we did like at the end it was, I don't know, 10 hours on the motorbike a day to do like these 600 kilometers. That was crazy. And the real story, it's to connect it with the rest. It's when I did this travel in motorbike, it's where I found the idea of the map for Gulu.
Mm.
So because the story of Gulu, it's I I I I felt this for the first time when I was in Ireland, and when I met so many good people in Jon's hostel and everything, and I said it's a shame that I will never see them again. And after when I've
Mm-hmm.
been to Vietnam, I see, okay, so when I was in Ireland, I meet Adrian. Adrian now he's in Mexico, but how I can know he's in Mexico? But maybe he will go to Thailand. But and now I realize, okay, but if I can see directly on the map that, and could happen here.
Wow. Interesting. Oh man, oh man. And what are your future plans for your next trips or destinations and like by yourself or with Juan or with camper? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really it's the next plans start next week. So we
Here
have
we go.
we have a lot of projects in same times. Just to refresh where we are now. It's now I'm in France, in south of France, in Toulouse, where I grew up with my parents and stuff like that. I've been, I stopped to traveling since 1 year and a half because it was really important for me to try to be more structured on my entrepreneur's dreams. So I've been back to France. I launched my company. I I start to work with an incubator and to meet other entrepreneurs, and I do a lot of things about entrepreneurs jobs, and it was 2 years really powerful when I learned a lot of things about that. But the main goal, it was to first launch Gulu, second try to find activities to earn some money online and to be able to travel again with that. Like my first dream was to launch Gulu, earn money with Gulu, and travel with Gulu, and Gulu travel. But that's not possible. That's not possible when you know startup and all that stuff. You cannot just launch an app and earn some money in 2 months and after go travel wide. So that I realized that is not possible. So I need to put Gulu a little bit aside and find another job that I can make, but still connected with what I love with Gulu. So with people, with travel, with meeting new people and all that kind of thing. So this I find it also. So the third part was to travel again. So we decided to travel again to La Réunion with this is a little island, French island in near Madagascar in South Africa. And we are going there for lot of different challenge, but the first one is to try to work there as a digital nomad.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some clients where I work with them, but also we have a really I don't know if you know that Igor, but with Rohan we start a new business,
Another one. Oh,
and
this one I didn't know.
and we sell French crepes.
Interesting.
So
So,
we do, and that is connected with everything we talk today. It's like when we were traveling with camper, it's really nice, but the bad thing is you don't meet that much of people because you are in your comfort zone, you are in your house, So you are not meeting people every day like when you are traveling in hitchhiking or stuff like that. So we said what we can do to still meet people and share good moments with them. So the food was a good thing, like soul food. Everyone love to eat food and to share moments like that. So we tried to think about that, and we found the idea to sell crepes because crepes we can do sweet or salt. We can do everywhere because to make crepes you need eggs, milk, and sugar. So it's and how to say four. And so that's even if you go to Iran, you can find it. And that was our in our mind. It's okay if we go in camper in Iran, what kind of food we can do really easily. So that is
Crepes.
the thing. So
I love
that
crepes. Yeah,
we
it's
can do it.
amazing food. Yeah.
So we can do it wherever we go. It's really easy. And kitchen, but it's not really a kitchen. The tools we need, it's just like you just need to plug it on the gas and it's working. And
Hmm.
we can plug in on the gas of the camper, and that's it. And you don't need like you don't need other tools. You don't need a full kitchen or stuff like that. So we just need a table, a gas bottle, and the crepes machine, stuff like that. So we are going in La Réunion with this crepe machine on our backpack. We found we found a backpack we can take with us. So we have all the kitchen at the backpack, and the idea will be to sell some crepes on the beach and also on the mountains. And so that is that is one of the next projects.
Sweet.
And also, so we go to La Réunion to sell crepes on the beach,
All right. Nice.
to work remotely and try if all we did work for real or not. I have also my little brother there, so I'm happy to go there to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And also I going there for a little crazy stuff. As I said, I love to run sometimes, but I'm not like a really hard worker on that. So I don't follow programs and stuff like that. I more follow my hearts, and when I want to do it, I do it.
All right.
And I'm going to do running. How to say
Marathon.
more than that.
More than that. Iron Man.
No, it's a trail, but
Ah.
it's ultra trail. It's I will go to 70 kilometers running and 4,000 high meters. You know,
Wow.
so that will be
Man,
really
this is a
interesting.
challenge, This is huge.
This will be
Good
huge,
luck. Yeah.
but I love it to like my goal. It's not to do a good time. It's just to finish it.
Just to finish, yeah.
But that I'm not sure. And what I love, it's the mindset challenge. Like you are alone with your mind, and just
Mm-hmm.
to see what is the limits. And that is what I love to do in travel and in all my life. It's to see what is the limits. And I know it's what you like too, because your sport is the limits of life.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, this mind games, and play with
Yeah.
mind and see the limit. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Man, Guillaume, many thanks for joining us today. And before we wrap up, I would like to ask you what message or piece of advice would you like to share with our listeners, especially those who are interested in combining travel with entrepreneurship?
Yeah. What I think is really important to know, it's everything is possible. Like everything is possible. We just need to try and to make it happen. Like if you are entrepreneurs, if you are traveler, and if you want to make it combine together, just try to do it. And if it's with your heart, it will work because you will find a good way to do it. And yeah, don't listen too much the fear of other, and don't. And the most important is to don't listen your own fear. And when you are not comfortable with something, go deeper on it to find why you are not comfortable. And this is the good sign of the path. Like just go try a lot of things, go out of your comfort zone, and find, like, not too much out of your comfort zone, because I think the goal of life is to be comfortable also. So just do things you love, and it will work, I'm sure.
Man, beautiful say, especially about this comfort. Yeah, if you feel, just dig a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
try it, and you will see if it's a good idea or not.
Indeed,
But
indeed, indeed.
don't hurt anyone, never. But do crazy stuff. And there, like on my side, like I always listen people saying like, yeah, I do it even if anyone say to me it's not a good idea and stuff like that. But for me, that it's not real. It's not. It's only on our mind. Like we are saying to us, like it's other people who saying to me to not doing that. No, it's only human. If you want to do something, you do it. You don't, and you are in connection with your insight, and I'm sure you will find the strength to go and to try it.
Agree, agree. Man, how can people connect with you and learn about the Gulu app, and like in general, where they can follow your travel adventures?
So I have a Instagram account. It's Gulu, Gullu, app. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to say, the
Underscore?
yeah,
I will
underscore.
also put links, yeah, no,
Yeah,
anyway, in the description.
underscore app. And where I'm new, but it's really interesting. It's in LinkedIn.
Mm.
I'm sharing lots about my travel, like travel. I'm blogging on LinkedIn, and also some entrepreneurs stuff, and like I try to share some of my stories on LinkedIn and on Instagram. And maybe one day on a podcast and on YouTube. And I have so many projects, but for now it's only on LinkedIn and Instagram.
I see, I see. Well, and I believe the Gulu app itself, right?
And the Gulu app, yeah, on on Play Store, iOS and Android, you can find it as a Gulu, Gullu.
All right, Gulu. Once again, thank you, man, for joining. And thank you, all listeners, for joining us today. I hope you got another way of traveling, and it's gonna encourage you. And looking forward to see you in other episodes. Take care. Bye bye.